25 years ago, we were introduced to him as one-third of the popular kwaito group Tkzee, but over the years, he's had an extensive list of achievements. He's become a husband, father, businessman, religious leader, author, and now fitness expert. And he's a very respected man. He's known to many of us as Bouga Luv, and he's my guest tonight, Kabelo Mabalani. Pleasure to have you.
Mr. Tim Modise, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, how do you navigate your life through these different roles? You know, it sounds like a lot to do, but it's in one person. It's not like you are compartmentalized. I understand that. But, you know, you've got to have a certain attitude to life to be able to...
I mean, what other alternative do I have?
Yeah?
You know, I think, you know, when you wear many caps, father, husband, author, religious leader, you know, businessman, it's something that one has chosen to be and do. And once you've chosen to be and do, I think you are duty-bound to make it work.
Well, I'm thinking of, you know, being religious leader.
Yes.
And I know Tkzee has come back together again.
Yes.
So I'm not sure that Ntate Muruti can also be a kwaito star, whether it's an either-or situation. You see, that's what I mean.
Sure.
When I say, how do you navigate
your
way through that?
Look, I'm of the conviction that's brought about by a scripture that says, in him I live, move, and have my being.
Yeah.
That basically means, you know, however I manifest in whatever shape or form, I do it in him, you know. And I guess I'm on my own journey just as much as you are. And I guess wherever I'm kind of, you know, misstepping, I'm trusting God to correct me, but I'm doing what I know to do best. I mean, God has given me the platform, you know, to...
and of course, if it's a gift,
yes,
you've got to use it.
100%,
express it, right?
100%.
I read somewhere that, you know, for you to assert your dignity, you have to express it.
100%.
It is through what you do
100%.
that you have that dignity. I'm just adding to...
No, very true. Very, very, very true.
But, you know, you did not make the realization that readily or easily, okay? Because somebody listening and watching this interview might say, hey, Bouga Luv man banale laki. When they just grow up and they know stuff. He can mention scripture, he can write songs, he can perform, he can stand in front of people, he can even run marathons. But you learned parts of this the hard way.
100%. I'm a classic case of someone who literally learned by, you know, doing the experiment, watching it blow up in my face, and then knowing what elements not to put the next time for it to work. I literally learned on the job, be it my music career. I'll use that, you know, as an example. You know, I didn't start out knowing how to write music. I learned from Tukulo and Zwei and was literally learning on the job. I'm running my 12th Comrades on the 9th of June. It didn't start, you know, it just didn't happen. You know, I've been putting in the work behind the scenes. So, you know, to, you know, anybody watching at home, you know, no one is an overnight success. You know, whenever you see someone, you know, putting their hand up and really doing well at whatever it is, you must be 100% sure that they've put in the hard yards. I
like what you're saying, but, you know, unfortunately, many people think what you see at that time that looks great. Let's say you as a performer, we watch you for an hour or two and we think, well, I could do the same thing. Just give me an hour, I can do that. But
well, go try.
You put hundreds of hours just to make sure that you finesse the whole thing, that 1 hour that you get to enjoy.
Look, simple example. Like I said, I'm running Comrades on the 9th of June. I'm going to be running for all of 8 hours, but that 8 hours has taken about 9 months of training, you know, so... Yeah, no one is an overnight success.
Yeah, but let's go back to your reunion with Tkzee.
Yes.
There was a time, I mean, you guys were apart for some time, and of course, you are now becoming the marathon man.
Yes.
Including you writing the book, I Ran for My Life.
Yes.
Not only are you running for your life, but you're also singing for your life once again.
Sure.
So, what's the story with Tkzee now?
You know what, we will be brothers and friends for life, regardless of what happens. I think, you know, it would be nonsensical for us to stop performing, especially due to the fact that we've done so much for South African music culture. You know, the public is always asking for us, to, you know, to come out and do something
Are
together.
they not saying you are pensioners? And what are the madalas?
You know,
What do the madalas want to do?
I tell you what's the most surprising thing. Whenever we're at a show and you see these 16-year-olds singing these lyrics, I'm like, but you weren't born when we made this music, you know, but it just shows you the effect that we've had on the culture.
No, of course, when you make a contribution like that, you also define, as you say, the culture.
100%.
Now, the fitness side of things, I'm told you're coming up with gyms now, right?
So,
somebody was saying that. You know, did you know that Bouga Luv is a fitness guru? I said, come on. Let's use another word. If we say guru now, you're saying,
guru.
is he like Schwarzenegger, Bruce Lee type, or what?
Guru may be a tad bit too far-fetched, but, you know, I've put in the hard yards, Tim, for about 13 years. I know a thing or two about what works and what doesn't work. And which brings me to the business that I've just launched. I've launched a business called Kumo, which manifests itself in 3 parts: wellness, high performance, and retail. The retail part is, you know, supplying runners with technical gear that they wear when they express themselves on the road. But I've also felt that runners need healthcare professionals, you know, very close by, because runners get injured. Runners need help with strength and conditioning. So in the same ecosystem, I've got podiatrists, physiotherapists, dietitians, cryotherapists, very close by. And in the high performance part of it, actually, which is the training studio, that I launch towards September. We're open in Sandton on Grayston Drive, corner Grayston and Stan. And you know, you're most welcome to see us if you a budding runner or a budding health and wellness enthusiast, or you just got off the couch. Please come see us at number 1 Stan Road on Grayston Drive.
Yeah, well, it takes a particular mindset to be able to, I go back to where I started, you see. Now, a creative artist moving into fitness, and fitness related to health, for that matter, and not just fitness, and the business side of things on top of that. You've been learning a lot over these years, right?
I have. You know, I learned not too long ago that the word entrepreneur it actually has connotations of, it actually means someone who creates. So, you know, coming from a creative background, making music, you know, involved in television and stuff, I think this is just another expression of me creating, another extension of myself. And athleticism has done so much for me, Tim. You know, I struggled with drugs for a really long time. And, you know, I've always tell people that whenever you change your lifestyle, you know, you have to fill the void that you left. And for me, that void was filled by athleticism. I've seen how it's changed my life. And setting up this business is for that exact reason. You know,
and you're taking it to other people?
100%.
And I had you mention interesting titles of the professionals that you work with.
Yes.
Musician working with podiatrists, and you mentioned them. Does your family understand what you're talking about? I mean, anyway, I mean,
no man is an island.
Yes, sure.
I can't do it alone.
Yeah.
You know, there's many people who've helped me on this journey. You know, I'm not a healthcare professional, so I partner with healthcare professionals who will help me see my vision through. Creativity,
collaboration, right?
100%.
Is the name of the game.
And
100%. At home, everything still cool?
All good, all good.
And inspiration you draw from there?
Yeah, I see them, and, you know, I wake up and I go to work, you know. But, yeah, I've been blessed with a beautiful family, Tim. But raising kids is not, it's not a walk in the park, you know. It takes, you know, one needs to apply themselves. One needs a lot of focus and strength and support and help, you know.
And being present, right? I suppose, and paying attention to or being aware about what's going on.
100%.
Yeah. Well, good luck on the 9th of June.
Yes.
You need all the luck, and some of us think that only crazy people run the comrades.
South Africans should run comrades at least once in their life. Tim, you still have time to run comrades.
You reckon?
One.
Okay.
I'll help you.
All right. I'm accepting that. I'm accepting that. And the music, is there anything new on the horizon?
I'm in the studio. I'm in the studio, Tim, and to be really honest with you, I understand the time it takes to get on the road and promote the music. Currently in my life right now, if I had to do it now, I'd do the music a big disservice. But I am in studio, I am making music, and it's just kind of finding that window period to release the music and do justice to it and promote it and be with the people.
You know, I like this man and I don't like him at the same time, you see, because many of us would like to say, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that. But here you are to prepare for the comrades. You've got to go, hit the road, and put in the hours, as you mentioned.
My late dad used to say, there's no such thing as you don't have time.
Yeah.
You make time.
It's what you do with the time that's there. Everybody has a similar amount of 24 hours a day, right? No one has much more. Run, Comrades Marathon, prepare for it, think about business, put the plans together.
Come speak to Tim.
Come speak to me here on the show, and then write songs along the way, and then look after the family. Hey, man, give us those hours. Give us those hours. And thanks again for paying me a visit.
Thank you so much for having me, Tim.
And that's our show for tonight, ending with Bouga Luv. The Tkzee back together again. He's running the Comrades Marathon come 9 June, October, something happening in Santa. I mean, I don't know where he gets all the time. Tomorrow, special broadcast here on ENCA, the inauguration of President Cyril Ramaphosa. From us, good night to you. News is next.